This is Colts Up Close.
Welcome back to Colts Up Close. I'm Steve Andress. You may have noticed a couple of the Colts players in ESPN, the magazine's body issue this past week. 3 offensive linemen, to be specific. I sat down with one of them this past week, offensive tackle Anthony Castonzo. He gave us his secrets to nutrition and staying in shape and defeating the stereotype of fat offensive linemen. I think my favorite story about this, Anthony, is who you talked to get approval to do something this radical.
Yeah, it was, I had to go through a few different avenues. First of all, I had to make sure it was okay with my girlfriend to be showing my naked body to everybody, and she was down with it, so that was one. My mom's actually the one who pushed me to do it. Was like, I asked her, I'm kind of on the fence about this, should I do it? And she's like, you'd be stupid not to do it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then after the pictures came out, I actually got a text from my grandma telling me how proud she was of me, which, I guess if you get approval from the girl, from the mom, and the grandma, you're good to go.
I mean, that's the Holy Trinity right
Exactly.
there. You're good to go.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I know a lot of people that cover the Colts noticed, and then once this issue came out, a lot of fans have been telling me here and there throughout the past week, is that, you're one of the most in-shape offensive linemen they've seen.
Appreciate that.
No problem. You're listed at 6'7", 311 pounds, but that wasn't always the case with you, right?
Yeah, no. I kind of went through stages. In middle school, especially, I was a little bit chubby, and then I got really tall and really skinny in high school. I was probably the same height I am now, about 200 pounds rather than over 300 pounds, if you can imagine that. And then, once I kind of started to develop, I went, started putting the weight on and ended up here.
For a normal person, you look at the nutritional facts on anything you buy in the supermarket, and those percentages are based on a roughly a 2,000 calorie daily budget. So what is it for you if it's 2,000 for everybody else?
Yeah, I probably budgeted for 4,000 to 5,000.
Wow.
But at the same time, the different percentages, I'm going to need more protein than most people, because I need to repair the muscles that I shred apart when I do all my working out. I'm doing a ton of working out every day, and and I budget it where I'm getting a lot of carbs in the morning and carbs right after I work out, and then as the night progresses, I'll start to take in a little bit more fats to kind of get ready for the next day. And I kind of think about where these calories are going to be stored and when they're going to be available for use.
Do you have a favorite go-to meal that you've had since you have become an NFL player?
I would say it's just go-to vegetables. I've learned to really love Brussels sprouts, grilled, baked. I go after asparagus. I've really just learned to figure out different ways to get greens. I do a lot of smoothies, like green smoothies, different ways to get vegetables in me that that they don't get boring.
Right.
Yeah.
When you guys are in the building too, I think a lot of people don't realize this as well. You guys all eat here as a team. In fact, in this room that we're doing this interview in right now is where everybody has their meals.
At that table over there.
That's right. And you guys have a pretty specific system to make sure you guys know what are the good foods and what are the bad foods, right?
Absolutely. We've got a green, yellow, red horseshoes that we're
like
kind
a
of,
traffic light.
Yeah, it kind of lets us know, you can have as much as you want of this, kind of be a little bit cautious on this, try to stay away from this stuff. But yeah, it's funny, everybody kind of looks at me and notices that I eat the same thing almost every day, the same kind of, I'll have one plate where I'll have fruits, cottage cheese, and a big salad. Other plate will be vegetables, pasta, and then my protein for the day, and it's all kind of balanced out. So I've got a definite system that I go with.
Anthony Castonzo, looking as good as ever, if I don't say so myself. Time for one more break on Colts Up Close, but afterwards we're talking fantasy football and where the Colts stack up this year if you want to draft them on your team.